Hi guys and welcome. Today I'm going to be explaining the first episode of Alice in Borderland. Enjoy. We meet Arisu, who despite being extremely good at puzzles and video games, is the black sheep of his family. He meets up with his friends Karabe and Chota at Shibuya station for a drink. While looking for a pub, Karabe tells Arisu to stop hanging out with them, which leads them to fall into deep contemplation for a while. To brighten up the mood, Karabe lifts Arisu up on his shoulders and walks out into the middle of the crossroad. They enjoy the moment, but it is short-lived as they are stuck in the middle of the road, causing traffic. While they try to leave, they cause a car crash and the police chase them down. They run into the station and hide in the station's restroom to avoid the police. While they're giggling with excitement in the same cubicle, someone knocks on the door and instantaneously the lights go off and all their phones drain out of battery. Coming out of the restroom, they see nobody, and venturing further, they see that the whole city is deserted. There is no electricity in the city and nothing seems to function. When the night falls, they come up with ideas as to why the place is deserted, but soon realize that they lack the fact that they're the only ones in the city. While bantering around, a building nearby lights up with the words, "Welcome players, the game will commence in a moment," appears. It then points them to the place where the game will take place in. Despite being confused, they make their way to the building in that direction. They enter a building called the Game Arena and pass the border, meaning they can't leave without dying and have no choice but to participate in the game to survive. They pick up the phones that are provided on the table for the game players, but as it has no signal, they can't make use of it. They meet two more players, Shibuki and a young girl. With the 5 of them present, the game starts. The game is called Dead or Alive, and the difficulty is 3 of clubs. The rules are to select the correct door within the stipulated time, and they must leave the building within the time limit. They enter the elevator to go to the first room. The time limit for this room is 2 minutes. Looking around confused, they see 2 doors that represents life or death, and must choose the correct door to advance to the next room. Shibuki tries to convince them to open the door that represents life, but the rest of the group argues as they do not know if it is correct. Smoke starts to fill the room as time is running out. The young girl panics and opens the door that represents life. She gets killed by a laser in the head, prompting the rest of the group to open the door that represents death, knowing it's safe. They enter the next room just as the previous room gets engulfed in fire. The time limit for this room is 1 minute 50, and they argue about what room to choose next and who is going to choose it. Karabe steps up as no one else has the guts to be the first one to open the door. He opens the door that represents life, and by chance, they survive to the next room. In this room, the feeling of hopelessness grows as there is a 50% chance of getting the door correct. Karabe tells Arisu to use his puzzle-solving skills to think of a solution to their dilemma. They argue, and after punching Arisu figures something out. Testing his theory that he came up with, Arisu chooses the door that represents death. Seeing as he didn't die on entering the next room, he tells them his solution. With the map of the floor memorized, he shows them that there are 9 rooms on the floor. By eliminating the rooms that lead to death, he finds a clear path to the outside. His reasoning works and they make it to the last room with ease. Unfortunately, in this last room, doors are placed differently, messing up his plan. If they choose either door according to his plan, they die. Watching the video Chota took of the first room, they figure out that there is a hidden room that leads them to safety, and therefore choose the door that represents death, leading them out of the building and clearing the game. While leaving the room, Chota gets his leg badly burnt. Catching their breath and recovering from the shock, they see the 3 of clubs on the table in front of them. As they are survivors of the game, they are awarded 3-day visas. If there is a new day and your visa runs out by then, you die. If you don't want to die, you must keep playing the game. A man turns up and declares that his visa is running out today, much to his relief, as there is no end to the game. He gets killed by a laser. Looking across the city, we see many lasers killing people whose visas had ended, telling us that there is lots more people in the game than they realize.